Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I'm your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious. And gonna go over Raw this week. Was in Dallas, Texas, and well, being the good old Philadelphia boy that I am, I will not make the age-old joke about what two things come out of Texas. One of them being steers, because, well, it is frowned upon to say such things, as well as also I really don't want to have to be have another meeting with Main Event Network's HR office. Either way, before we get into the show, want to remind everyone that we here are WWE Shop affiliates. So the best way to help support the show is, first off, with the WWE Shop affiliate link, which all you have to do, real simple, folks, you go in the description tab, click the link, or you see that QR code right there on screen. Yes, that one. That one right there I'm pointing at. Scan that, takes you to WWE Shop. Make whatever purchase your heart desires. Whether it's something really, really big or something really, really small, you make a purchase. WWE Shop, it sends it to you. You get it, and we here at the Vicious Studios receive a small nominal commission, which in turn helps us improve this show for you guys. Also, folks, another one of the best ways to help support the show is Vicious Rants apparel, much like what I'm wearing right here. You can get it over at whatamaneuver.net. You guys, we got these shirts, I kid you not, some of the most softest, comfortable shirts I have ever worn. We have t-shirts, we have tanks, we have women's tees, we have toddler tees, we have baby onesies. Folks, these are great shirts to get and hold on to. It's a perfect gift for somebody you love, somebody you hate, or if you just want to get a shirt and give it to Goodwill or some charity organization out there because you want to hold on to your stuff, by all means, buy that shirt and go give it to them. Because I'm not going to lie, there have been times I went to Walmart, bought a $5 shirt off clearance, and gave it to Goodwill because I didn't want to give up my shirt from that had special meaning to me. So why not do the same? Buy a Vicious Ranch shirt, give it to a local charity, and in turn, you will be helping out not just us, but somebody in need. Think about that. Think about that. So before we get into the show now before we go and talk about Raw, we're going to switch gears to talk about last week via the SmackDown Reband. And the big highlights from last week's SmackDown, it started out with Cody Russell Reynolds the 23rd coming on out, baby, if you will. The son of the plumber. He came out just as he's about to address the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Yes, he was interrupted by Mind Savior Paul Heyman, and then with the bronze, and before anything could happen, he was then Randy Bogart Orton came on down, stormed his way down there to make sure nothing would happen to Cody, and listen, I'm not here to cause any problems. I'm not here to cause anything like that. I am here on peace. The bronze are more so just for my protection to make sure if something is said that you guys don't like, you don't take it out on me. And keep in mind, I'm paraphrasing all of this. But while Paul was hyping up about the upcoming match between Seth and Cody at Crown Jewel, he did also say that they are doing a tag match with Cody and Randy against Reed and Breaker later on. We'll talk about that in a second. But saying, now I don't think you understand the significance of the position you're in with this match tonight. Because you see, we're not here to talk to you, referring to Cody. We're here to talk to you, Mr. Orton. You have any idea on how hard of a person you are to get a hold of? You don't answer my calls. You don't answer my texts. You don't answer my emails. But Mr. Orton, allow me to explain the position that you are in at the moment. For you see, you are in a match tonight with your friend Cody Rhodes against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And if Cody takes the pinfall loss, well, it's just another day at the office for him, and he goes off to Perth, Australia to lose to the visionary Seth Rollins. But if you, Mr. Orton, take the losing pinfall tonight, you know what's going to happen? Cody's going to come in, and then you're just going to look at him and say, "What now? Where were you, champ?" Laying seeds of doubt, planting little seeds of doubt. I know Paul is infamous for that, but also people have been asking for a long time now, clamoring they want a match with Cody and Randy. I am all for it. I definitely think they would put on one hell of a show, especially with the title on the line. You know, but either way, let's fast forward to the end of the match. Tag match happened. Paul, he was on the corner distracting the ref over here. While the ref is over here, Seth Rollins comes up out of nowhere, curb stomps Randy. Bronson Reed winds up getting the pinfall then, 1, 2, 3. And then afterwards, you just see Seth looking, twitching, looking like he's getting ready to foam at the mouth. Paul looking at, "Don't do it. Don't do it. He's in your head. Don't you do it." Referring to Cody because Cody's in there tending to Randy, making sure he's okay. And what does Seth do? Does he listen to the Oracle's advice? Does he choose not to engage? Does he choose to be smart like that? No. He jumps in. He goes to get at Cody. Cody then hooks him. Wham! Hits him with a crossroads and then SmackDown ends that way. But let's talk about all the other juicy meat that happened in between that. In between now and then. Sami Zayn did another U.S. Open challenge. Carmelo Hayes came out addressing on how Miz and Mello aren't no more, so ain't no one holding him back. So he wants another shot because he wants to prove to Sami that he is him. And just as he's about to walk down, Miz shows up out of nowhere. Wham! Pops him with a skull-crushing finale. Walks away. Mello is out for the Open Challenge, and instead the Devil's own Aleister Black comes in. And by God, Sami and Aleister put on one hell of a freaking show. I love that match. It was a damn good match. Sami wound up getting the win. And maybe it's my weird brain and on how I notice things, but this is like the second or third match Sami has won in a row using a Blue Thunder Bomb. So what it's looking like to me personally is they're transitioning Sami from no longer using the Haluva kick as a finisher and instead using it as the signature and then using the Blue Thunder Bomb as a finish. I'm not complaining, it's just weird observation I notice. I know I have a weird eye for detail and see weird stuff most people ignore or don't think about. Either way though. Next up we had Chelsea Green and Alba Fire going up against Sol Ruca and Zarya from NXT. And this came to be because Sol and Zarya were backstage talking to Nick Aldis, asking for it. Listen, we've been killing it in NXT in the women's tags there. We want a shot at the women's tag titles. Chelsea was insisting her and Alba should have it and recruiting Sol and Zarya for the Secret Service. They said, hey, how about this instead? Nick, how about you give us a match between them two? Chelsea, oh, no. Nick said, I like it. Let's make it. So we get the match. It was good. Really good SmackDown debut for Sol and Zarya. Really happy to see that. I'm hoping for absolutely nothing but the best for them down the road. And then we had Rey Fenix doing a tag match against the young OG. That boy who's bouncy, Javon Evans, going up against Angel and Berto. Javon and Rey wound up getting the win, and make sure I say this next part the right way, because I got it worded right in my head. I am hoping that Angel and Berto losing is not the first of many steps leading to them being a jobber team. Because, especially with the news that broke earlier, it hit my feed about an hour before Raw started. Apparently, Santos Escobar's contract is expiring at 12 midnight. So I don't know anything on anything. Might be able to bring up some info if I got it next week, but I'm hoping for nothing but the best with Santos, and I really, really am hoping for nothing but the best with Angel and Berto. So, yeah, that was it for the highlights for SmackDown. So with that said, let's get into this week's show, Raw in Dallas. It starts out with the OTC, acknowledge him, Roman Reigns. He comes out, asks everyone to acknowledge him. Then out comes Big Bronson Reed with, again, mein Savior, Paul Heyman. And Paul, I don't know what kind of wise man you're listening to, but let a pro show you how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, acknowledge your tribal thief, Bronson Reed. That was a good Paul Heyman impression, I think. But either way. Then it was Paul and Bronson going back and forth with Roman, talking about on how they're going to wipe the floor with him. Roman saying, listen, you want it. Just come on up. Come here. I'm right here. Let's do it. Reed, he's getting ready to go, and Paul like, no, don't. You're on his time. That's his time. You fight when you're on your time. And then Roman saying, oh, listen, I get he's probably whispering into your ear. What's he saying? No, it's not. You're fighting on his time. It's on your fight when you're ready. You know what that is? All he's doing is just blowing a bunch of smoke up your ass because he knows you're nothing more but a bitch, and I'll whoop you stupid. So tell you what, I'm in a good mood tonight. So, you name the time, the place, we can do this. Paul then whispers over Reed. Yep. Fine, you want the who, where, when? I'll give it to you. Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, Crown Jewel, in an Australian straight fight. Which begs the question, does an Australian street fight involve Vegemite, boomerangs, wallabies, and didgeridoos? Or does the loser's baby get eaten by a dingo? Oh, come on, Wade. That joke worked in rehearsal. Man, can't please anyone around here in the studio, I swear. Either way, after that, then they showed people walking in, the pre-tapes of people walking in. So let's get to the first match of the night. The man herself, Becky Lynch, going up against Maxxine Dupri. And my God, I give credit where credit's due. Maxxine, surprisingly, she held her own really damn good up against Becky. She was leading. Becky wound up leading into the commercial break. Post break, both girls, they were going all out on it. Really nice. It actually, I think the right way to say this, it kind of reminded me of when it was Rock versus Hurricane Helms almost. It was almost Rock versus Hurricane Helms-esque, especially with the ending. Because Becky and Maxxine, they were on the outside. Becky wound up knocking Maxxine something stupid, and then she got up on the announce table, gloating, "Yeah, I'm the best! I'm the best! I'm ranked #1! I'm the best women's wrestler ever!" All the while, Maxxine slowly crawling her way into the ring, and the ref is still counting, and then next thing you know, 9, 10, ring the bell, it's a count out, and then Becky looks just like, "What?" And then turns around in existential dread, like, what? No, a count out? No, a count out? No! And then she just looked like she was having a fit over it. Yeah. So next match, we had Lyra Valkyria going up against Roxanne Perez. And really had some good solid graps at the start. Roxy leading into the commercial break, working on Lyra's arm. Post break, Lyra moving around, pardon the ladybird pun, but moving around like she had a busted wing, you know. And Bayley, she was ringside with with Lyra. And Lyra, she obviously had, Roxanne, God almighty, I'm going to talk right on going over this match at some point. Lyra had Bayley. Roxanne had Raquel. There. See, I was able to say it right at some point. Good God, I can screw up some stupid stuff. Either way, Bayley, she's still doing that split personality. Not quite sure what type of Bayley you're going to get at any point in time. She's overly cheery role model like the role model one. The role model Bayley. So, alright, cool. And then, but solid action came to an end when Lyra, she wound up doing a drop kick to Raquel on the outside. Then Roxanne jumped through the ropes, did a tornado DDT, got her back in, hit the pop rocks for a 1, 2, 3. After that, then you just see Bayley snap, get into the stupid idiot mode, grabbing Lyra by the hair, like literally seeing her grab by the back of the hair, like, "No, you're mine. You're my property," kind of grabbing handful of hair like. And then saying, "Come on, we're going to go kick their ass." Next thing you know, you fast forward, you see them two beating up Roxanne and fighting Raquel in the backstage, getting pulled apart by officials. Next match we got Io Sky going against Kairi, and this came to be because Asuka wound up talking to Kairi, saying that I am going to talk with Adam Pearce and I'm going to have a match made. We're going to set an example to Io and Rhea. And that's going to be with you having a match against Io. And Kairi just had like, "What? But Asuka, we're family. We don't do that." And then Asuka just getting into a mean old blustering bully kind of way and just like, okay, this is just me and my personal take, but mean, angry bully Asuka, kind of hot. Yeah. Needed heart pills right then and there. Moving forward, though, back to let's get to the match at hand, though. Right at the start, before the bell even rings, Io goes and does a dive to go at Asuka to set right at the start, and then Io and Kairi, they're going at it. Io winds up leading into the commercial break. Kairi then begrudgingly, she's fighting back post break, like you could see the physical look of sadness on her face, and I don't know 100% of the stuff that they teach over in the dojos and the schools over in Japan, but my God, Kairi Sane has got facial expressions down to a freaking T. I cannot stress that enough. Because this girl has got the, I am sorry I gotta do this to you. I'm being told I have to hurt you look on her face. And it is freaking believable. And it's just like, wow. That's what makes it great. Match came to an end when Kairi, she went to go do what looked kind of like a gator roll kind of pin, had her arms out, and then Asuka grabbed and pulled on them to help secure the hold for the 1, 2, 3. After that, then they did a post-match beatdown onto EO. And I know what you're saying. Tim, I'm surprised you only made one vague reference on swooning over Asuka. Well, yes, you are right. I did. I'm trying to be a good person. But also you're thinking to yourself, hey, Rhea's her tag partner on Saturday. Shouldn't she be there to help her? Why, yes, she should. However, she wasn't there. Most likely because she's already down under doing press tours and things like that for the show. Yeah. Next up, we got 6-man tag action. We got Penta, Zero, Mero, Dragon Lee, and Uncle Alan himself, AJ Styles, going up against the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, JD McDonagh, and the 2-title champ himself, Dirty Dominik Mysterio, the greatest of Mysterios, I may add. And at the start, the baby faces, they were leading the match up into the commercial break because, post break, Dragon Lee, he wound up being the punching bag, taking a lot of the shots and everything. Penta wound up getting a hot tag in, and then as the match progressed and moved on, then Rusev out of nowhere storms down and starts making a beeline straight for Dominik. Dominik sees like, whoa, big man, chill, big man. Hey, look, I ain't want no beef, and then moves out the way, and then Penta, boom, pops him with a super kick. Dominik hops over the barricade, gets the hell out of Dodge, and then the camera cuts right to Uncle Alan in the ring, hooking JD McDonagh up for the Styles Clash 1, 2, 3. After that, AJ gets on the mic saying, now, I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. This Saturday, one last time, AJ Styles, John Cena, no story needs to be told. All you're going to do is just see two greats giving it their all in the ring. So I'm all for that. So now we come to main event match of the night. The Usos going up against the megastar who names everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah, dummy. Yeah, let me talk to you. And Clarence Montague Punk, the Pepsi King of Chicago. And this came to be because Punk came out earlier in the show to go do a promo talking about on how he wants a shot at Seth and the world title after Crown Jewel. LA Knight came out then saying, now listen, I got 2 wins over Seth. Granted, one of them's from a disqualification because of you, but I still have 2 wins. That's 2 more than you do. And well, I got next. Then Jey Uso came out saying, nah, Us. You see, I got next. And then it turned into a thing with everyone, and then eventually it became, you know what, let's just go and settle this in a match. So, yeah. So, as far as the match went, Knight and Punk, they were leading at the start with the Usos leading into the commercial break. LA Knight wound up being the punching bag post-commercial break. Punk wound up getting a hot tag in, started cleaning up house. Decent match. Punk and Knight, they had that normal, can they coexist type chemistry. And then Punk had Jay up on his shoulders, popped him with the GTS, and then just as he's about to go down for the pin, Knight tags himself in, and hooks Jey Uso for the 1, 2, 3. So your winners are CM Punk and LA Knight. Yeah. Yeah. Let me talk to you. So, yeah, had to do that one. Sorry, folks. And with that said, that is it for this week's show. So please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes on our YouTube page when you get the chance. If you're listening to this on audio, make sure you guys go and share that. We are trying to build the audio platform up. Excuse me. Thank you to contributor to the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of May, a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, folks, do not forget to check out these cool-ass cats right here on that toe with our DSB_IV. Main event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network Twitter account. Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, D-Dryer 1986. Folks, you go up. I'm also out there on the Twitter, Tim Vicious. YouTube.com/Tim23Vicious. 99.9% of the time on social media, Tim Vicious is me. And folks, like I always tell you, you love me, that's great. You hate me, shut up and sit down. Fuck this.